But I want to give two short stories about my Reebok experiences. I'm not a sneakerhead by any stretch of the imagination. I remember I was in junior high and Foot Locker was running the 2 for $80 at the time, or maybe a 2 for $60, where you get 2 pair of Reebok for $80 and $60. So this particular year, I got the high top and I got the low top Reebok Classics. So we were going to a football game and I forgot my cleats back at school. So once we made it to the game, I asked one of the players that wasn't going to play. I asked him, I said, hey, do you mind if I borrow your cleats? And he said, sure. I said, well, let me borrow your cleats and you just watch my shoes. So after the game is over, I'll give you your cleats back, give you my shoes back. We do it like that. So, sure. So went out, played the game. I want to say we lost. Because I think if we would have won, I probably would have been more inclined to realize, like, hey, give me my shoes back. So we get on the bus. I asked the guy, I said, hey, man, now mind you now, the bench is way across. So after the game, obviously, you do the sportsmanship thing. You slap hands. You go get on the bus. That's the end of that. So we go, get on the bus, head count. Everyone's accounting for. I said, hey, man, where's my shoes? He said, oh, man, I left your shoes over there on the bench. And I said, oh, huh? It's like, yeah, man, I left your shoes on the bench. I said, come on, man. You had one job. Just watch my sneaks for me. So I get back to school. My mother has two famous sayings. One of them is, I know you lying, and you will forget your head if it wasn't connected to your shoulders, right? So I'm getting dressed. I'm already knowing I'm going to get fussed at. I'm already knowing. So I get in the car, barefooted. She said, Rashad, where are your shoes? I said, Mom, went to a game, asked the guy to watch my shoes for me. He left the shoes at the game. She said, I know you lying. I said, I'm not lying. She said, boy, you'll forget your head if it wasn't connected to your shoulders. I'm not buying you another pair of shoes, so you just have to wear them. You just have to wear that one pair. I can't believe you left them shoes up there. So I had to hit it all the way back to the house, right? So my other story was, I believe I may have been in the first or second grade, and I think this is when Reebok had the answers were out, right? The answers were out. It was the black pair with the gold and like the little white, with the hourglass at the bottom. Not the hourglass, but the whatever they refer to that as at the bottom. Tried the shoes on, fit, loved them. I'm like, man, I'm about to give me a pair of Iversons, man, because at the time, AI was my favorite basketball player. We all wanted to be like AI, wanted to have the 3 jersey, wanted to have braids, all that good stuff like that. So my dad, anybody knows my dad's a very frugal individual. So he's like, I'm not buying you. No, he asked the lady, he said, how much are the shoes? I think she may have said either 118 or 125. He said, boy, if you don't take them shoes off, I'm not about to pay no doggone $118, $120 for no pair of shoes. You better go over there and get you some more of them other shoes. So obviously, I was a little upset and hurt at the time because I'm like, dang, I'm doing pretty good in school. The least you can do is buy me a pair of, Iversons. I mean, that's my favorite basketball player. But in any regard, that's the extent of that particular story. That's the extent of my Reebok experiences, right?